Trust me, you do not really want to watch this video because after you're going to blame yourself for not taking action. I post a lot of content on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on my newsletter, and one of the most popular questions that I get is how to start everything from scratch. Some people have an experience in a certain niche. Some people already have a business, or some people starting literally from zero, not even having the 9 to 5. For all of you guys, congrats. This is what you've been looking for. I am going to create a business plan from literally zero. I don't even know yet what niche we're gonna target, and I will go over the setup, offer, pricing, outreach, sales, closing, and fulfillment. We'll see how long it's gonna take, but here it is. Please do not ask me more of these questions, okay? But if you need the clarification, leave the comment and I'll get back. Now, the only thing that I already know is we're probably gonna start with MedSpas. Why? I don't know. Because this is like it. I feel like this is the most popular niche right now in terms of just generally like for the SMA. So sometimes I hear that the industry is saturated. So we'll see. We'll see what we can create. Now, if we go to the ChatGPT, can you give me the sub niches for med spas in the US? So let's choose a sub niche because I wouldn't want to target the med spas now. Pretend we are starting literally from zero. We don't have any experience with any niche. I don't have any connections. I don't have any so from scratch, okay? So Botox, there are filters, lip enhancements, laser. No, this is too specific, okay? I would say that we need something in the middle because the way we're gonna get the clients is a bit interesting. So keep watching. And we need vampire facial. My God. We need a really good call out. Okay. So we need to call out the people that we're targeting, but these should be the guys that have the money. So, okay. This is too specific. Maybe do more broad categories. My God, so how many is there? So it's therapy, skin. So laser, aesthetic injections. Okay, like let's just do like aesthetic clinics. Okay, so aesthetic clinics is good. Okay, how about aesthetic clinics? What are the most popular services they have? Okay, so injections, lasers, skin, body, hair. Okay, good. Let's start with the aesthetic clinics. Okay, let's say that this is going to be our niche. Okay, awesome. Now, so okay, so we got the niche. That's good. We need to understand if we can target them first. Again, I'm going backwards because no one care about your solution or about our automation solar workflows. It's all about getting the clients. Okay, let's say the goal is to what? To close one client. Okay, let's say the goal is to close one client. By the way, I am planning to create a video where I will do everything live. So right now I'm creating the business plan. If you want to see me executing on the business plan of starting an AI agency from scratch, which is a very, by the way, popular format on the YouTube right now, like starting agency from zero, I'm gonna do that. 300 likes, I'm not sure if we're gonna get it. Press it. If we get to the 300 likes, I'm gonna publish it, faster, live, getting the first client. But let's focus on the business model first. So where are we going to get the clients now? So clients, marketing, let's put it like marketing. Now, so for the marketing, we have okay, so I would just say like cold, paid, organic. Pretty obvious. Now, I would not say so. Organic, let's forget about organic because this is not going to be feasible for us. Of course, I would, like, especially depending on my situation, like I would start, posting the content long form, but not to get the clients, not for the marketing, rather for, referring people to this content, to the pieces of the content that we have. Okay, so either cold or paid. Jesus. So cold or paid. So for the cold, we have, like emails, calls, DMs, Instagram, something like that. Now, emails. I think emails is trash. Not in general, by the way. I run the cold emails myself. But it depends on the niche, right? So because aesthetically, it's like, let's think about who is our ideal prospect. Like, let's put it that way. Okay, so who is our ICP? So the ICP is probably not the French, like not the clinics with multiple locations, because it's gonna be harder, to close them. They will already probably be using some sort of a software, and then on the fulfillment side, we need to connect to the software, to the CRM. So it's better to find, kind of like 4+ people clinics, and 4+, like let's say 5, where let's say 3 docs, like 1 owner, and it could be the doc, and 1 manager, like receptionist, manager, something like that. So like 5 people. That's it, okay? And located in the USA, right? Of course, if you can target the local markets, I would say, target the local market. If you're not from the US, please, can you hear me out, guys? Like, I know that you're just watching this video in the background, driving your car or something. Please, target your market, bro. Like, there's so much money. Okay, there's no need to target the US. I'm traveling, like, I don't have the market, bro. Like, I'm traveling, so like full time. I don't have a place where I'm sitting. So plus, my whole life is attached, like my whole business is attached to the US, with like e-commerce businesses that I sold, that I own right now, all the agencies and this current, like most of the clients, it just happened to be the US, okay? But like, if I would speak Portuguese, like, I would focus on that market, guys. Like, there's so much money. Okay, now, US, good. ICP, I'm not gonna refine it even further, probably good. So what does it tell us? So why would then, like, if we think about this, I would say that some of these guys don't even have the business emails. Like, like some will, of course, they have the website. Okay, let's say prerequisites, website, plus Insta, Facebook presence. And presence means that they're like active, kinda. Okay, I would want to refine it even more probably. Then they should run the ads. It's the ideal. So if they run the ads, at least like $30 a day, which is not a lot, but at least. So this would be kind of our ICP. Okay, I like it. Now, cold emails, trash, like probably trash. So we are only left with calls and DMs. Calls. You're gonna get a lot of unanswered calls. Like cold calling, again, so cold calling works. It's great. But guys, like, see, like, it depends. I would say in the DMs, Instagram DMs, also, it does work, and we can work on that a bit. Okay, let's say DMs. Like, let's put it in the DMs first. So here we'll choose the DMs. Paid. This is where the money is. Okay, we're gonna do the paid. Now, if you say, hey, Eugene, but aren't you starting from scratch, from zero? Yes, I am, but I am not broke, okay? So let's pretend that I work a job. So if I'm targeting the US, I'm living in Detroit, making $4,000 in the parents' basement, like working on 2 jobs, 9 to 5, and saving the money. So I can probably invest like $1,500 in the ads. So what is it? So let's say for like $50 a day, $1,500 a month. Okay, seems doable if I work in a kitchen. If I saved up something. And didn't waste on a stupid course. So I would give myself 2 months. I would give myself 2 months at least on the budget to start it up. 2 months budget. So if I would not have $3,000, yeah, I would not. Like I would not start it. Like I need it. Like this is just me. See, I am very so I'm very conservative. I talk to a lot of the guys that are like running the funnels. We are actively running the funnel, and that's why I'm like feeling more comfortable with that. So even with the license holders for the one prompt, that by the way you can find the link in the description. I also like suggest people to run the ads right now because like the math work, and we'll like talk about it a bit more. But because I talk to a lot of the guys, if you have like $100 to $300 to test something out, it can work, right? But it's just not me. It's just not the nature of like who I am. I really like, for some reason, I don't know why, I really like to play defensively, like to have like a to have something behind me so that I don't rush and I actually like deeply think on the next steps. So I would say like I need like 3K. Okay, so 3K saved up. Good. So we'll give ourselves 2 months. And let's say 3, so 3 months, 2 months. Okay, 2 months. Okay, so 2 months. Organic trash. Okay, so we're not gonna do the organic. We're gonna do a cold is a yellowish, and the paid will be our green. Okay, so the DMs is kind of the second, but this will be the first. So like this is the priority. The ads. Now, why do I think that it's going to work? Let's actually figure out the math. By the way, the math is based on like the results that we're getting. It's not random math. Plus, because I talk to a lot of people, so I kind of get it. It's very easy for us. All of these guys are on Instagram, obviously. So picture the owner is usually a woman, would be. So we see like this is the ICP, but this is not the person. So it's probably like a woman Probably like 40 to 50, like 2 kids, something like that. So she's like on the Instagram for sure. So even if they're not like running their own like Instagram, Facebook, like they're actively like for sure, and the algos already have a lot of the info about them. So I would say it's a pretty solid. It's a pretty solid bet. By the way, guys, of course I'm a bit misleading you right now because we've been kind of already trying that, seeing good success. So, but let's pretend that I'm starting from scratch, okay? Just to give you the context, like I'm giving you everything that I know, okay? So the call out will be aesthetic clinics owners, or like if you are a female, if you're a woman, I would say like, like woman-owned aesthetic clinics. I would like even do some sort of like that. Because so here we are talking. So let's talk about the messaging. Okay, let's talk about the messaging. And you can say, you're probably wondering right now, hey Eugene, we haven't even figured out the service. Bro, no one gives a fuck about your services, okay? So we will, like, we'll cover it. Don't worry, but let's start with that. So see, like, ideally a woman, because like aesthetic clinic owners, aesthetic clinic owners. How to write aesthetic? Jesus, my God. Spelling is horrible. So aesthetic clinic owners. Now, this would be the call out. We can X, Y, and Z. We can give you the clients. We can do, but I feel like this is too broad. Now, we need to narrow it down. If you're a woman, but like again, so why doing this call out doesn't really make sense because you can target like only women. But okay, let's not talk about that. I'm like a man. So what can we do? What we can do for a good call out? If you are an aesthetic clinic running the ads, if you spend more than $200 on if you an aesthetic clinic, so if you spend money, if you run ads for your aesthetic services, listen up, something like that. Because see, like, I want to target the people, because ideally we want to target people and the businesses that are running ads. Why? Because our offer will be kind of around it. I already know that, around the ads. And usually they are like investing. They maybe already worked with the agency. They either work with the. Ideally, they do it themselves. So ideally, they do it themselves. So this is the ideal scenario. Okay. Where's my spelling checker? My God. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna keep it like that. So right. Because they have the money, so they probably, even if they're like investing a bit, they want to grow, they like see the results, they receive the inquiries. Okay, so how do better like frame it? So we can start if you spend, because like if I start with the ad, like if you spend more than $50 a day on ads and you're an aesthetic clinic, that's trash. If your aesthetic clinic spends more than, that's trash. Because I kind of already like, at least the best one was if you run ads on your aesthetic services. Now, of course, guys, see here, like, because like we can, if you're a buttocks, or like laser treatment, we can niche it down. I would say it's all about the budget, but I would because I'm testing, the goal would be to hop on a lot of the calls first and see what's up and get used to that if you're starting. If you run the ads on your aesthetic services, listen up. Aesthetic professionals. If you okay. Aesthetic clinics, because aesthetic clinic owners, like, that's trash. Like, aesthetic professionals, if you run the ads to get clients, listen up. Awesome, we got it, boys and girls. So we got this call out. Listen up. Now we're gonna do the offer. Okay, so this will be the call out, and I think it's great. We're talking about the DMs a bit later, so this will be our call out for the ad. Now, in terms of the results, okay, let's see if it's gonna work. We are going to do the two-step funnel, okay? To do that, we are going to use the high level. The reason why I recommend you to use the high level first, because we have the one problem. So we sell the licenses for the sales system that you can get access to if you don't want to focus on the development. You can, get it. And we're using the high level as the interface and powering it up by the end-to-end voice of retail and different workflows. But it's very easy, to actually build the websites here. Plus, we're going to use it for the fulfillment. Now, I want to make it clear, guys. I'm going to explain what the offer is going to be, even though this is going to be around like sales, and basically if you don't want to, as I said, like build it, you can get the one from license. But I'm going to to make it fair, I'm going to explain how you do that yourself. So you don't need, you can, the getting the license is not a requirement. This is not what the point of the video is about. It's just make it faster. Now, and because we're going to open the sub accounts for a client, we're also going to have our own sub account where we're like managing all the ads, where we're managing the pipeline, and we can build a website here. Okay. So I would say that we will have a two-step funnel, right? So if we create it from scratch, again, I'm not gonna like test it, create it right now specifically. We're just creating the business plan outline. We're gonna have a two-step funnel. The first one, so when we're running the ads, the first page that people will land into will be the opt-in. So the opt-in is opt-in, create the funnel. It's gonna be like, hey, if you want to check out this video, create from blank, fill out this form, okay? And I will explain why we're doing that specifically. So let's do the full section, and let's do the one row again, just briefly, like headline. So there's going to be our free video exposes how to get clients to your clinic. Okay, aesthetic, I can like write it now. This is not the headline that we're going to use, but okay, so you got it. Free video. Then we are probably going to have like an image, which going to be like a GIF. Have something. Let's see. Some random image here. So like that, and the width going to be like that. So this will be like a GIF of the video, like a preview, for example. And it's going to be just a form. And then there's going to be like a form. Okay. It's going to be like a form, and I already have like the opt-in form, for example. That's guys it. Let's give it a padding style. Let's give it like 40. So this is pretty much it. Now, of course, like we're not going to like finalize it, but I think you got the idea. So the idea is that we're not providing the VSL or explaining our solution here. We're piquing the curiosity to get the opt-in, okay? So we're getting the opt-in. So this will be, okay, so two-step funnel, okay? So the first step would be opt-in, and the second one will be actual VSL/booking, right? Now, I'm not gonna like explain how to build a VSL page. You can literally go to any of my websites, or just the one prompt. Sorry, the oneprompt.com. Let's see. Oh my god. So here, right? So this is for our license. We're using the very similar for all of like our services that we're running the ads for. Again, call out clinic owners, just the main offer, the VSL, and then the booking. Okay, and then kind of, because I have this like the one problem explain what you get, but you don't need it. Like I would say the case studies and the videos is just like it's pretty good. Okay, now so this will be our funnel. Now what, like, so what? Like, why are we doing that? The reason for that is because we're gonna run the ads. And we're gonna spend like $50 a day. If you ask me, hey Eugene, so let's now, like, this is the most important aspect of the video. It's not your stupid automations and the delivery and the fulfillment, is this, okay? So what's up with the business side of things, right? So what are we actually like planning for in terms of like how much we're gonna spend to acquire the clients? I would say that realistically, you should plan for $100 to $200 per appointment. Of course, if we're like doing more targeting and more like the creative that is more targeted into your specific audience and your, especially because like for example running the ads here, we're already pre-qualifying people. And if you would say, hey, like just aesthetic professionals, listen up, so we can do X, Y, and Z, of course, you're going to get like more opt-ins and the results going to be cheaper, but more of them will be unqualified. So you need to balance it. But I would say I'm not going to leak how much we're spending on the booking because there are more videos coming on this channel where I'm going to like do that. And again, if you want me to create an entire video from scratch where I'm doing it live, like launching the campaigns, getting the results, getting the sales calls, press the like button, 300 likes, I'll post it. But let's say $200, okay? Like 150, okay, so 150 per booking. If we are spending this amount of money on the ads, and if we say 150 per booking is our plan, we're gonna spend 3 days actually getting one appointment. It's not in terms of the days, but my problem is that it's actually not gonna optimize that well. It's too low of a budget. Now of course there are like people saying different things, but I like to move faster. That's why I would want to optimize for actual like lead form submits, right? For the opt-ins. These are, of course, going to be not that qualified people because there's going to be more opt-ins and not that many bookings. And the Facebook will optimize on the opt-ins, not the bookings. Sure, you can play around with it, but yeah. In terms of the opt-in, now, again, realistically, what you are planning for is $10 to $20 per opt-in. So again, let's say 15. So 15 will be per opt-in. Let's now, guys, let's calculate the math. This is not random. Again, this I'm telling you, this is what you can expect if you have everything, if you nail down the creative. When 10 people will opt in, you're gonna spend $150. Of course, out of the 10 people, maybe 8 will start the VSL, maybe 7, and not like most of them will not watch it till the end. Sure, Some of them can book an appointment right away. But the reason for the opt-in, not only to optimize the Facebook ads, but because we have their credentials to call them 10 times until they respond. So you're calling these people and saying, hey, Jenny, saw that you just booked an appointment. This is Eugene. You're interested in our AI services. Can I ask you a few questions? Do you have a few minutes? So this would be the pitch. Not the pitch, like the opener. And the question to you, if I'm telling you that the opt-in will cost you $15, don't you think that if you have 10 people, if you call 10 people, and let's say out of the 10, 8 will pick up, you will book one appointment? You probably will, okay? You probably will. So this is what we can plan for, okay? And now I'm not gonna go too deep into then like appointments. So let's say if we have the appointment, right? So for this amount of money, right? If we're doing that, don't you think that if you have 10 appointments, and of course, like not some, like let's say out of the 10, like 8 gonna show up, because you already called them, 80% like show up rate, that's really good. You can work on that. You can create the different automations and the follow-ups. So if like 8, so don't you think out of the 8 people, you can close one? Like I mean, it's 15% closing rate. I mean, if you're very horrible, if you're starting, sure, that's why I said that you need to give yourself time, but it seems doable, okay? It seems doable. So now, to get one client, I am not talking about services yet, guys. We're gonna spend $1,500 on one client, okay? So what does this tell us? Okay, you tell me. Pause the video. And now, much more important thing. We need, so my goal would be right now to create a self-liquidating offer. It means that if we spend $1,500 on the ads, I would want to get back $2K. I want to I want to charge $2K upfront. Okay. You say, hey, Eugene, but is it like $500? No, I would actually want to charge $1,500, but because there is like, we really want to self-liquidate like completely, so there's like taxes on the ad spend, and there's like software usage and stuff here and there. So let's self-liquidate with the $2K. Where's the money? And I can't stress this enough, guys. Like, so many of you don't understand this. If, like, it doesn't matter. Like, of course, it's gonna depend on the service. But usually, if you're building, because, like, I'm primarily, as you already saw, like, all about, like, sales automation, providing the money where you can, like, help business to make money. Even the one problem, is a conversational sales system that you can resell. So I'm about like selling automations, not selling like automations that help them to sell more products. Okay, let's put it that way. You usually will charge retainer, okay? And if you charge just, okay, guys, let's do very basic. Like, I am, as you can see, that's why I can be like a bit different. I'm not sure if you like it or not. I'm trying to be pessimistic. Like, I'm choosing the strategic pessimism approach, not overly like, to not then be disappointed with the results, right? So if we are talking about charging them that much, right? Charging them that much and self-liquidating, right? and we can okay, and then we charge, let's say, like $397 per month with a operational cost of $97 on the tokens and maybe the software that they're using. Guys, super dependent on the automation. I get it. Like, I get it. If you're doing the voice AI with thousands of calls, you can pay like $2,000 on the voice. Yeah, sure, I get it. I'm just saying, if you're like only doing the text-based or the automation on the back end, you're gonna eat the tokens. You're not gonna use. So your profit is $300 a month. $300 a month per client profit. If this will be our profit, if this guys work, and it does work, by the way, it does work. Okay, you go to the bank and you literally like borrow $10 million and you just like just throw them here. I'm joking, but I think you get like software businesses would back for that, okay? Because this is now usually, if you're like targeting this type of the not much per month, this is a software type of the client. They're not paying much. They're like seeing the value, and like the LTV gonna be high. This self-liquidates, okay? What is that? This self-liquidates, right? So this is the business model. We are liquidating $300, and what we need, let's say we are making $300, so we need 30 clients. 30 clients for 10K MRR. Now, it does seem like a lot. It does seem like a lot. But I am, of course, generalizing things. Can charge more or less. But I hope you understand that 30 clients with $300 each a month, this is not your favorite SMMA 10K service. No. This is and true MRR. And the actual multipliers on the revenue, if you will be planning to sell the business, will be really high. 3-5x of the revenue. Plus with such a great margins. This is not your SMMA 3 clients for $3,000. No. Where one client left and you're like, okay, I'm making like 20% less or 30. No. Like, this is actually what you can plan for. Now you can go and chill on a Bali, like, or in Dubai. Okay, like, not with this money, but I think you got the idea. This is very, very different business, and this is where we need to aim to. Okay, guys, of course, like, you can get a different service and charge like $2,000 per month and then 5 clients, but it's usually going to be a different business. Okay, so math question to you: does the math works? Yes or no? Probably yes, right? So now we kind of like need to identify what we're gonna sell, okay, and how to pack it up in this. Okay, so marketing, we got it. Okay, let's quickly go on to the branding, and branding. Let's go into branding management. Don't really care about that. Okay, it's gonna be okay, I choose just general niche for my AI services. Create me a cool business name. Probably gonna be trash. Aesthetic IQ AI. Aesthetic IQ. Clinic Mind AI. Clinic Mind AI seems interesting. Okay, so I'm giving you the business model. Like, you could just go and execute, I guess. So Clinic AI. So then we're just gonna host everything on high level, like the CRM, everything at the high level. We're gonna have the phone number that we're calling from. So I would say you can have if you are in the US, like just use the like Twilio and connect it with the GHL, as well as the open phone for just, for just an alternative number, just so that you can call from 2 numbers, by the way, or you can use the just call. It's just more expensive. Okay. So this is the high level, will be our CRM and everything. Website, good. We don't need the website, bro. Like this will work. I'm telling you, like this good, like make it good, make it like legit. Seems in terms of nice, do the kind of the logo here and the menu and of course like case studies, and of course you're not having anything. You can actually like get the Trustpilot screenshots, badges, like put it there, and you'll be good. You'll be good. Of course, the opt-in will be then like higher, but the math still like very much works. Okay. And this is, by the way, yeah, I continue to mention that this is on the safe side. If you double the result, you're gonna be double the revenue and the speed. So we're good with the branding. Okay. So let's talk about fulfillment. What we're gonna do. Offer. Guys, I think you're crazy about the fact that I haven't yet talked about that. So because we're targeting the guys on the ads, I mean, the offer will be pretty simple, I think. So no bullshit type of the chatbots. We're gonna offer, we will increase your ROAS by 2x in the next 30 days. So we're gonna increase your ROAS, but you don't need to say a ROAS, because like even if you're not like very comfortable with the ads. So I would do that. And the way we're gonna do that is by, and the offer is like, and we have like 7 day free trial. Okay, sounds awesome. I think now you're still asking, so what's the service? The service is gonna be AI setter, because it's the aesthetic clinic. We need to book an appointments. AI setter that engages, qualifies, nurture, educate all the leads, and book them in your calendar. Now, unfortunately, we're not like, we're targeting the US market where people are not using messengers. Okay. That's crazy. That's why I said, if you're in Europe, or if you're in like some country that is like using actively like WhatsApp or Telegram, you're gonna win very fast, because all of these like guys like clinics are using it, especially WhatsApp, especially in the countries like Brazil, for example, or any Latin America. So, but we're gonna do that through the SMS. Yeah, through the SMS, through the Instagram, as well as, let's see, phone. Now, phone is questionable, but okay, so phone. It depends. So here's the offer. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna build this agent, right? We're gonna build it. Now, let's focus on the ads. Aesthetically professionals, listen up. We can get you more clients without you needing to spend more money on the ads in the next 30 days, completely guaranteed. With our proven lead to patient AI sales system. Okay, so something like that. With our it will, then we're gonna say like it will do X, Y, and Z, but it's not necessary. It is so good that more than 100 other clinics are using this same exact system to grow their business. That's it. Now here, of course, like you're saying, like faking the things. Yeah, sure. Fake it till you make it first. Second, you're saying 100 other clients. We're not saying 100 of our clients. Like, so it's a bit of a catch. So that's good. Here's the pitch. Here's how it's gonna be done. You get your phone. By the way, how do you like my case? So you get the phone. Say, aesthetic professionals. If you run the ads, aesthetic professionals. If you run the Facebook ads to get the clients, listen up. We can get you more clients without you needing to spend more money on the ads, launching new products, creating new funnels, or anything. Within the next 30 days, completely guaranteed. No work required from your side. With our proven lead to patient AI sales system. It's so good that more than 100 other health and wellness professionals are using the same exact system. I'm not recording, obviously, but I'm just giving you an example. That's it. So you get this. You go to Fiverr, okay? You go to Fiverr. You record 3 different variations, okay? You record. Jesus. Okay, so add creative. Edit, something like that. So you're gonna find someone here for like $50. Jesus, $1,500. Okay. Then you're gonna do that, and you're good to go. So this will be our ad. People will opt in. They'll do the VSL. They'll see the VSL. Now on the VSL will be 10 minutes. Where you are going to say, hey, this is this. Hey, in this video, I will explain how we helped this client to generate more revenue. Here's what you're going to do. You're typing aesthetic clinic in Boston. Random location. Go into the like random, more businesses. This business website. You open this website. Now you build for this client, okay? And if you want to be kind of more how to say it, if you not sure how to properly say it in English, like if you want to be more genuine with your approach, you don't want to fake too many things, you can say, hey, so in this video we'll explain you how in 10 minutes this business, this aesthetic clinic improve their like X, Y, and Z. So you're not saying like exactly like it's your client or stuff, but I would recommend you to fake it till you make it. That's pretty fine. So you're gonna build it for them. Like you're gonna build this, agent example. You're gonna attach it to the example, email to the example phone, maybe to the Instagram, and you're gonna just go over this. Now you don't necessarily need to actually show it live. You can say like you can get the screenshots and like do it like that. I'm not like creating the video right now and explaining you how to create the proper VSL. But yeah, so this, like you would need to figure out, like just go to the YouTube and type like how to create a VSL for agency. And there are probably like really good videos that are explaining like just copy them word by word, just replace the aesthetic link and you're good to go. Now, so the thing is that what we're gonna do is the VSL, like our goal is to help them, like to get them, more to increase the return on investment. And the way we're gonna do that is by engaging with each and every prospect. So they run the ads, the people land somewhere, they message them. Now, of course, here we need to understand that not all the people in the companies will be qualified. A lot of them are not qualified. Ideally, you're going to hop on the calls only with the guys that are running the ads. If they run the ads, then it means that they either A, are really good with engaging with each and every prospect, or B, they are not. If they're good, you can try to sell it. If they're not, this is the ideal scenario. So what you need to do is you need to explain them that, hey, so like, if you engage with each and every prospect, you're going to find a better success because X, Y, and Z. Okay, so I think this is pretty understandable. Now, when you are actually doing that, you need to give them a trial, because the trial is very, very important. And the idea of the trial is that you are going to build this system up, okay? And once you build it, you're gonna implement it into one of their channels. So a good example here is that, let's say there is a like lead form that they, website, which is the lead form, okay? Website could be the lead form. I said lead form 5 times, I'm sorry. When they are filling it out, you are getting the details from this lead form to your agent, and then the agent contact these people trying to, trying to like qualify them. So depending again on the flow of their business, is very hard right now for me to kind of explain it to you exactly what we're gonna work with in each and every use case, because each and every use case is different. So here's how the actual build is going to be. And I'm going to give you an example on the one prompt system, right, that we are using. But you can build it yourself. Now, of course, I do have more videos on this channel. You can, check them out, where I am going over exactly the build. So if you go to the YouTube, by the way, so to the Eugene Kazan video. So this system is basically like exactly the system that is that we're building for the investment, company here. So this one. You can check the Setter case study. You can check this case study. So it's very similar. The idea is that all leads need to come to the high level. If they are not using anything, or maybe they are using the lead form submits, and depending on how they handle the lead form submits from the ads, so let's say they're on the ads into the lead form submits, so you can of course create a direct integration with the Facebook inside the high level, which is ideal. And then you have the forms mapping. So once the form, you choose the form, once the form is submitted, you create a contact here. So then you will have something like the engagement agent. Now if we go, for example, into the version 1.6 that we were releasing, sales system, so engagement agent. Now guys, again, you can build it yourself if you want. Basically the idea is this. So we have 3 different automations. The first one is triggering when the form is submitted. Now you can do the form submit, you can actually do the Facebook, as I said, form submit. You can also, maybe if they're using their internal CRM, if you can get the trigger work when someone submits the form, and you can trigger this scenario through the tag. For example, you would add the tag inside the high level, and when this tag is added, you'll do that. So you'll just trigger this automation that is going to send them the SMS. Now what we're doing, we are of course using the N8N to generate the message, and then the N8N is used as the engine to provide the replies to the users. Again, so now I'm just giving you the example overview of how potentially it can be done. For some reason it's not loading, but the same thing can be applied with, for example, the SMS and the WhatsApp channel here, or the Instagram. So when there is a trigger, the SMS is received. This is more for the inbound leads. Then you're doing X, Y, and Z, and you are, let me check why it's not loading here. I'll show you, for example, the engine, one of the engines that we have. So basically, this is where the replies are going to be processed. Okay, sorry, it's not loading for some reason. There is a problem with the N8N. Now, the idea is simple. We receive from all of these channels, right? Phone is a bit different, but here. So we here receive it in the GHL. Right? So in the GHL, we receive the form submit. Then we are triggering the automation, aka the workflow inside the high level. Then we are processing it through the N8N scenario, right? So something like that. So we are processing through this scenario, and then we are actually, providing the response back into, like, let's say if there's a form submit, we can, make them a call, or if it's the SMS or the Instagram, we're actually, doing it here. And now it's an actual loop. Now, of course, there are tons of different things that can be set on the the engine, and yes, you can pair it with their existing CRM. You can put the leads there, you can track the pipeline, and this is what we do, right? So you of course need to have the pipeline. So you would have the opportunity, you would build a separate pipeline for the business where they will, you will have something like the sales reps or like that, where they will like manage all the things, and you will also have like a dashboard where they will see all their like opportunities going on. Now, so you're not selling it necessarily as a CRM, right? So we don't even want to mention them the CRM. Of course, when we are here, so when we are like making a booking, when we're making the call, or ideally on the opt-in, when we are calling them, trying to book an appointment and get more details, we need to understand like either they're qualified, how they're managing the leads, who's managing the leads, how they're running the ads, are they using the CRM? And if not, sure, you're still pitching the AI sales system that will, help them to close more. But as a alternative, they were like gonna say you'll also have the CRM and everything gonna be like included. But if they already have the CRM, never mention the CRM. Even though it does look like a CRM, we're using the high level as a powerhouse where they will see, all the conversations, all the contacts, everything. And this could be, of course, completely synced with their existing system, so you should not worry about that. Okay, now I would say that we are pretty much good to go with that. So on the fulfillment side, as I said, like you have multiple options. This is the offer. Okay, if we say let's pretend that we're also care about fulfillment here. So the fulfillment will be a bit different because it's going to depend on your skills, right? If you are, so there are multiple options. Option number one, if you're ready to invest, if you don't want to spend like months trying to figure it out yourself, you can get the one prompt license, and get everything included. Now, if you don't have the money to invest and you are technical, right, you can try to build it yourself. Pretty good option. Watch 20 of my videos and you're going to be good. Third option, if you, let's say, if you don't have the money and you don't have the skills, but you are comfortable with the ads, with the sales, you know that you're going to have the clients, I would say that you still need to to get the demo at least going, and then you need to partner up with someone from the development standpoint, and then maybe do the revenue share. So of course, then it's going to be like the actual like math is going to be a bit different here, but you can watch my recent video where I was talking about like I paid $100,000 to AI developer, where I explain what are your different options when it comes to the hiring. So it's not necessarily needed that you develop everything yourself. You need to understand who you are. If you need an advice, sure, like put it in the comment, I'll get back, or you can DM me on LinkedIn, so I'll be able to help you with the first steps. So it's either, the license with the existing system. It's not necessarily needed to be the one prompt now. The one prompt is the only system on the sales side of things, but if you're selling some sort of like SEO or like content, there are like more people that are like selling it. We just are the best in what we do. So license, then we have yourself, and then you have the partnership. Okay, so that's why, as I said, like you need to give yourself like 2-3 months. And see, the thing is that what you can do on your side, like let's say you're like stuck and you're not knowing where to go, but if you have the money to invest, what I would do in the ads at least, so what I would do is I would run the ads for like a few weeks. Okay, yeah, spend like $1,000, get like a few appointments, like prove that it works, even like hop on the appointments, and then you can talk with more proficient developer, right? So even me, I wouldn't say that my agency will be interested. Like, it depends who you are, so you can partner up with us, but probably not. So yeah, so we're like pretty busy. But if you are gonna talk with someone like who's proficient, and you're gonna like provide them, ask for their partnership, if they're good, you need to prove that you're also good, you know what you're doing. And now you can say, hey, so I've been running the ads, right? So the client works, like the clients are interested, so I can get the clients, and the math works. So let's, partner up, and you're gonna handle fulfillment. And now you can, figure this out pretty easily. So that's, pretty much it, guys. This is everything that I wanted to do for the business plan, to start everything from scratch. If you want to learn more about all other things, you can go watch my YouTube channel. If you want me to execute on this plan and do it myself, again, press the like button, 300 likes, and I'm gonna do that. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.